Welcome to our travel channel, Destination Everywhere. We're Mandy, Orlando, and this is Abraham, our Great Pyrenees, and you're on a road trip through South Dakota. In this video, we take you to the northwest, to the party towns of Deadwood and Sturgis, to the canyons and waterfalls of Spearfish, and the rodeo town of Belle Fourche. Is this the geographic center of the US? And in Buffalo, a teeny hunting town where there are more pronghorn than people, we talk slim butts. We do. Stay tuned.
Come with us on our journey.
Once famous for being a gold rush town of opium dens, shootouts in brothels, and public hangings, Deadwood is still a party town where you can drink and gamble, but thankfully the only shootouts these days are reenacted for tourists on Main Street at dusk.
6 o'clock in the morning is a great time to make a video to show what Deadwood is like. There is no one around. No bikers on the streets, no drunks, no gambling. There is no one. Abraham, what do you think of this town? It's Deadwood. You wagging your tail?
A trolley tour is a one-stop shop to see Deadwood and hear about its wicked history, about its famous gunslingers like Wild Bill Hickok and Calamity Jane, who dressed as a man and followed the army. These two are buried in the beautiful Moriah Cemetery on the top of the hill. He was shot in famed brothel Saloon Number 10 by some bloke called Jack, and she died of bad whiskey. What a pair! So tourists like to leave liquid memorabilia at their graves. Downtown from here is the Adams House with its posh Queen Anne porch. It was once owned by the prominent Franklin family, who got rich from booze and bovine, and it was then sold to the Adams family. No, not that Adams family, rather to Mr. Adams, age 73, and his wife Anne, 27. After Mr. Adams died, Anne left, and the house remained empty for 50 years until it became one of the most popular attractions in Deadwood. And after a morning of history, who doesn't need a bit of nature? For some great views of the Black Hills, how about a little afternoon hike? A 20-minute walk up to see the Friendship Tower dedicated to President Theodore Roosevelt.
Well, I've been for my walk, I've pooped, and now I'm hooked.
Oh, Abraham, why don't you take a little nap in your hammock? I'll zip you up. We're going to stay in the Black Hills and visit a museum dedicated to the buffalo. It's called Tatanka, and it tells the story of the Native Americans. It's owned and curated by Kevin Costner from the TV series Yellowstone and the movie Dances with Wolves, which was filmed right here. Outside, there's a beautiful sculpture hill depicting the way of life of the first peoples, the buffalo being an integral part of that culture. Don't be scared, Abraham. They're only statues made of bronze. They're not going to charge. There's a life-size stuffed buffalo inside. Do you want to come and see that?
No thanks.
Suit yourself. Also inside are artifacts and a collection of things the tribes made out of buffalo hide, like beaded clothing, moccasins, and drums. And there's a gift shop where you can buy local Lakota-made jewelry and even choke cherry jam. And don't forget Costner's documentary. He's political but passionate about his museum and donates the proceeds to the children on the Pine Ridge Reservation. Sturgis, South Dakota is a tiny town with only 2 main roads. Nevertheless, it's a party town full of bars, beers and bikers, and its population of only 6,000 explodes into 500,000 leather-clad bikers during its world-famous motorcycle rally every year in August. It is a city of drinking and bikers and fun and partying, so I've done my thing, check. Had a beer at the Loud American on Main Street, and I'm done.
And so am I.
20 minutes away from Sturgis is the peace, quiet, and raw beauty of Spearfish Canyon. It's the perfect place for hiking and fishing, but many people simply drive or ride through just to enjoy the views. We made a quick stop at a rather unusual gallery, the Thermosphere, to see giant balls of art. They were absolutely gorgeous, although a little pricey, so we decided not to drop 22 grand on this Shakespearean piece. Instead, we dropped $22 on lunch at the dough trader in town. Abraham wanted some pizza and we wanted some local Spearfish beer. Or was it the other way around? Heading north from Spearfish to Belle, Fourche, we found ourselves driving through a town called, wait for it, Jolly Dump. We did! You can't make this stuff up! And Belle Fourche is the geographical center of the US. Who knew? There was a lovely monument that marked the spot with a little museum and an old cabin with a love story attached. This charming western town was built on cowboys and cattle, and it's famous for having one of the oldest rodeos in the US. It's called the Black Hills Roundup, but we'll have to save that for next time, because we still have a long road ahead. A town in South Dakota called Buffalo? Well, we just had to stop in. It only had 380 residents, and it's a popular hunting town where the pronghorn antelope outnumber the humans. It also has a bit of horsey history at the Centennial Park. We learned about the Battle of the Slim Butts. I wish I had one. And about a bucking horse called Tipperary, whose claim to fame was bucking off 91 cowboys in his lifetime. Well. Time for a quick lunch at Number 3 Saloon, where they had a lovely garden outside and a unique bathroom situation inside. Jolly Dump, anyone? On that note, Abraham says it's time to hit the road. And that's a wrap for this video. So thank you for letting us share the world with the world. If you're having fun traveling with us, we invite you to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Oh, and if you love reading about travel, I wrote a book. I also recorded the audiobook. It's my life story set around the world, and it's Wee Your Pants Funny. Follow the link below, and we'll see you in the next video.